Destroy us all. You guys get that reference? If you guys get that reference, hey, put it in the comments below where that journey from. But it's your boy Day, come on back here with another quick old build video. Today we have the Doomsayer build, which is very thematically perfect, if I do say so myself. Has the Swarm, aka the bunch of locusts that take over the world, you know, and then the Eternal Darkness from the Gravity Core, and you know, random explosions. So, you know, perfect for the setup. Even down to the name of the armor, which is Doomsayer. So Doomsayer is for the people that still pre-order games in 2019, and you know, it's actually just a Cultist set. It's just a reskin of it. So for the rest of the video, I just refer to it as the Cultist set because it's the same thing. But yeah, the core of the build is actually to go ahead and spam your gravity core. That's going to be the core of your damage. Swarm works out really well with the setup because this is going to be able to generate mod power for you, as well as also doing pretty good job at ad control and killing like the other little random stuff that somehow makes it past your gravity core. So those two mods in combination work really well. You could also run Iron Sentinel if you want to and play around with that. Swarm does work better for this set because there is no type of damage ramp from like Osia's Iron Sentinel combination inside of this build. Whatever melee weapon that you want to use, as a Voice of the Tempest, probably one of the best in slot melee weapons. If not, it's probably top 1 or top 2 melee weapons, but you'll barely really be using this. So this set is going to be the set that's going to be getting you a whole lot of mod power, and then your mod power, the amount that you generate, is increased by how much damage that you're doing. This thing does a lot of damage at a decent range, especially if you're hitting the headshots, and then the gravity core can also generate its own mod power back, which is really good. So once it explodes, that damage counts towards the gauge. So you want to be using this set. I tried out the Osia set and tried to see how the feel of the build was with the 35% ramp, and it did not work out better than just rocking full Doomsayer. And the mod power along with the passive regeneration works out really well. And then you have the Gunslinger's Charm. Since we're not focused on elemental damage at all, and this doesn't count as elemental damage unfortunately, Gunslinger's Charm is going to give us a bit more reload speed as well as a better fire rate. Okay, they're not coming. It's going to give us a more fire rate and also reload speed. Unfortunately, there's nothing for physical that increases our damage, so we're just stuck with Gunslinger's Charm for now, which is a really good thing. So Devour and Loop is what you want to go ahead and use. That works out well with the Swarm that does crits, and then this is one of the higher crit weapons inside the game at 15%. Highest is 20%. That's tied with the crossbow and the sniper rifle, so this is going to be right up there with those. So Devour and Loop proc is going to be your best slot for damage. And then Stone of Balance is going to be something that gives you that consistent damage increase as well. I play this build like longer range because it is a relatively squishy build in comparison to medium and heavy setups, depending on the armor sets. And so I play it at well above 10 meters. If you can play it around 10 meters and be comfortable with it, you can do the Gravity Stone. I just don't want to play it within 10 meters because I have a gun that has 30 ideal range, so it's kind of iffy. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show you the mod generation of the set. I'm missing all of my headshots right now. Oh, this is a free crit. And we got our Swarm up at the same time. So that's the 1500. And with crit, which you'll get 35% of the time, it comes up to like 4k damage. So it's your pretty basic running gun, and it has a decent little amount of ad control to it. So one thing to keep in mind is that this will hit you if you're too close to it, and it knocks you back. So you got to be aware of that and play around with that aspect of it. So yeah, pretty simple run and gun. One thing is, when you're shooting this shot, you have to hold it down for a little bit, which is another aspect of it that makes it feel a bit clunky if you're playing in close range. So you'd end up having to deal with that, along with dodging the hits, as well as having to dodge the explosion from your own gravity core if you're playing within the 10 meters. So it's a lot to play around with and balance. Once you're used to it, probably be more consistent DPS than run the Devouring Loop, but the Devouring Loop is going to give you those satisfying big numbers every once in a while. It's however you want to play it. But yeah, traits really come down to just the basic core things. You do want Spirit maxed out. That's really the only thing that is going to be vital to this build, like working relatively smoothly. Or it's going to be like one of your main priorities. That, and then all the damage that you can get for the range setup. And then the rest of the stuff is just basic damage and reduction. I just so happen to have Catalyst because I have Poison Descendants, but that is it for this setup. I have a boss fight that's towards the end of the video, so hopefully you guys can find some type of entertainment or value in that. And that is it for your boy. Destroy us all. We out of here.
Whoa. It's over.